It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say. But now that it's here, it will change life forever. And it is here to stay. The future is now. Transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fibre. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fibre is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
And good afternoon to everyone out there in online land. I want to welcome you to this special edition of GTT Connect. Of course, you know the big talk over the past week or so has been about the GTT Fibre launch that took place last week. And so we have some operating officers, the chief operating officers across at GTT, two of them joining us today to discuss this new fiber initiative and how you can benefit from it. We have Orson Ferguson, and we also have Eshwar Takurdin joining us from GTT. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Hey, Gordon, good afternoon. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Glad to be here.
It's good to have you both here joining us on the special program. Sorry about that. I'm back with you. Trying to let me say this. You see, when you buy a new fancy Apple desktop and you're trying to do the things you would do on a laptop with a desktop, they don't quite go the same way. But it's good to have you here with us still. So again, we're being joined by Chief Operating Officers Orson Ferguson and Eshwar Takurdin from GTT. And listen, the GTT Fiber, it's the big craze. It's what everyone is talking about. You know, I saw the upgrade at my home and at my office, and I was scratching my head trying to figure out what's happening. But of course, I said, I'm going to keep this a secret. If they're increasing the speed, I'm going to take it. But Eshwar, let's start off with you and tell us about this initiative by GTT and how you all got a fiber started and how this will benefit your customers.
Thanks. So it's no secret, right? The world has changed. The whole environment we work in, live in, play in now has changed. We rely on our home more for entertainment than we did before. You know, we can't go out as we would like. So the demand on broadband in Guyana and the worldwide is just really spiraled, right? So this comes as a direct result of that. People have been asking for more speed, and what better way than to do it on fiber? So what we did over last week was, as you mentioned, we launched GTT Fiber. And what it is, it's a remake, if you want to call it that, of our Blaze service. So it's on fiber, but what some of the improvements that you'll see include dramatically more speeds, right? So we did a fiber 50 megs, a fiber 100 megs, and a fiber 150 megs, all for the same or less price than we had before. So everyone automatically moved up. They got on to 50 megs if you were on 10, they got on to 100 megs if they were on 20, and those on the 50 megs plan moved up to 150 megs. You know, and it was seamless. Well, seamless for the customers. It wasn't seamless for us. I can tell you there was a lot of work that went into it. And we were proud that last week we were able to announce it. Gordon, like you mentioned, you actually saw it before we announced it, so good on you. And it's really just to ensure that we can keep people happy and give them what they need, and especially at this time. The changes are permanent. We're not going back and take anything away. These are permanent speed upgrades on GTT Fiber.
And that's the important thing because some folks were thinking like they have to apply for a new service, they have to apply for something brand new to benefit from this fiber service. But that's not the case. Once you have the Blaze system, you will see the automatic upgrade.
That's correct. And that has already been done. So everyone on our Blaze plans have already been upgraded now to the new speeds on GTT Fibre.
And want to bring Urson in now because a faster speed is what we're all demanding. We have the schools are reopening, but you still have children at home doing their online studies. You still have a lot of folks still working and from the comfort of their home. So obviously, internet and stable and reliable internet is a demand out there. Tell us about the work that GTT really had to put into this new system.
Well, so as thanks for the question, Gordon. As Damien says, we have over 700 heroes here at GTT working day and night to provide solutions for our customers. Over the past couple of months, actually, once we started working on this upgrade for our customers, we've had teams dedicated to bringing this to life, and so we've had people working here. I don't want to say 24 hours a day, but pretty much close to it, trying to bring this solution to our customers on time, right? So we actually deliver this solution on time based on the project timelines. And so I want to say a big shout out actually to the heroes here at GTT who've been working over the past couple of months to bring this to life for our customers.
You've had your people working behind the scenes, really pushing this new fiber system. And one of the things I like to talk about, Eshwar, and I've had this conversation with you, is this little baby. This is like this is like a little magic port that's available from GTT. Once you have this in your house, goodbye to slow internet. Tell us more about this and how persons can get this.
It is ironic that you should walk with that right now, because I was telling another media personality the other day that we have this awesome thing called Plume Home Wi-Fi, and I can speak of a popular personality who moves it around the house to make sure that he's always connected. I didn't call your name, Gordon, but now I can call your name. So that's exactly it, right? So we do have something we brought out a few weeks ago, and it works awesome with GTT Fibre. What it is, those little pods that Gordon just shared, is called the Plume Home Pass Mesh Wi-Fi. It's available right now at GTT. And what it is a simple little pod like that you plug into electrical outlets around the home, and it boosts your Wi-Fi. You couldn't live or work without it. Once you've had it, you realize your life could not be the same without it again. I use it right now. I am working from home. I'm calling you right now on this as well from home. I'm in a different part of the house, but yet the internet where I'm working is consistent. It is stable. So you really can't live without it. And what it does, it eliminates any Wi-Fi interference, whether from appliances, whether from nearby houses. It reduces all that noise to provide the speed that you're getting in every room of your home. And you can decide how big or how small you want to do it, right? How we start you off, we give you one pod that comes with the solution, provided you take additional pods. We give you one for free, and then you start paying for a second and third and fourth pods. First one free, the next one you pay about $500 a month. If you want additional pods, you pay $400 a month for each pod. So there's no upfront costs. You just sign up, we give you the pods, and every month, a small couple $100 to boost Wi-Fi in your home, right? If it's where you're working and you need to have reliability, you put it in the room that you're working. If you need it for gaming and entertainment, you put it in the living room, or multiple pods.
And here's what I like about this so much is that, especially if you're living in a big house and you might have like a TV room that's locked away, and the modem might not be in that room. With one of these, you have this plug-in that set so you can stream your favorite shows. You can have one in the upstairs. If mom and dad, they're upstairs, they want to do, they can also have one of this up there. And this sort of give them that same speed. So once you have one of this plugged in, you will get that same speed that we're now talking about, the fiber speed. And it even has a little connection here where you can plug directly in that cable. And you can, if you want to do live streaming like we're doing now, that could also be a good bet for you, for those in the business community.
Yeah, and if I can add to that too, it comes with a lot of other perks. So Wi-Fi is the main reason, right? But it comes with a lot of other things that are relevant. It comes with parental control, so you can restrict certain apps, certain channels, certain sites. You can also limit the screen time that your kids take. So if screen time is between 6 to 8 and nothing after that, then that's all they get. So it has a bunch of other things. You can also have like a guest Wi-Fi. So if someone comes over and asks you for your Wi-Fi, you don't have to worry popping up on your bridge and still connecting, right? It's a temporary password. They get on and then no longer any access. And that's good too, right? Because sometimes you may wonder, why is my internet dragging? And there are times we've checked people's connection to see that multiple people may be on and they just don't know it. Someone in their community or the next door neighbor. So these things happen and can really affect the quality you get. And at the time that we've done this speed increase, I'm glad you brought it up. The time that we've done this speed increase, we are getting a couple of customers who say, man, I'm not getting the speed. What's going on? When we check, our systems are showing fully that they are getting the speeds, but because of Wi-Fi interference in the home, they may not be getting it where they are. I can assure you everyone has the speeds that we've promised, but I can also understand that what's important for you is the Wi-Fi experience, right? Not necessarily what goes to the box. So I would encourage anyone who's having issues with Wi-Fi, make contact with us and let's get you started on Plume.
And I like that you highlighted the parental control with this, because it comes, the Plume box comes with a little app that you can download. And so you can actually see the number of people who are logged in and using the internet and which part of the house they're pulling from. And so the children are up way past their bedtime. You can click them off from the comfort of your phone. I don't think the children will be excited as we are for that. But Ursula, let us look at the business side, because I know more and more businesses are turning to online, and many of them are looking for fiber. They want faster service. So tell us what is the offering really for the business community with GTT Fibre?
Right. So, like it's the case with the home users, residential users, we've already automatically upgraded our business customers to the fastest speed. So we have 50, Fiber 50 for business, Biz Fiber 50, 100 and 500. And the 50, the monthly charge to the 50 is $14,999. For Fiber 100, it's $21,999. And the 500 megabits per second, which is the fastest speed, is $33,999. Like I said, we've already upgraded the speed profile for our existing customers. And so new customers coming on are going to have to choose between one of those three of the fastest speeds. Bear in mind that the prices have not changed, right? So as we increase the speed, the prices have remained the same. So the three tiers of the fiber solution is the same price that it was at a slower speed. So we just automatically increase the speed without increasing the prices.
And we have some of our viewers right now asking about, they say they have the Blaze system, but many of them may not have noticed that speed is yet kicking in. Is there a number they can call? I know GTT, you have been hiring more customer service representatives and all of that. So is there a number they can call if they have everything set up, but they're not seeing the increase to the fiber network as yet?
So I know one of the things that we want to, I know your question is about what number they should call, but we actually have several options for them to use to get that kind of resolution, right? So they can go on chat right now. So they can go on our website, www.gtt.co.gy, and there's a button there to chat with us. So they can actually chat with an agent in real time and get that resolution. They also can, for those people who don't want to be on the phone and don't want to go and chat, there's a form online. They can go again to our website, scroll down to the bottom, there's a support page. They can report an issue and they can just type out their question and hit submit. One of our agents will get that information within minutes and respond to that customer within 24 hours. And yes, they can also call 0488 and get the resolution, but we know the kind of audience that you have, and if you have 1,000, 1,200 people calling at a call center at the same time, that's going to pose a little bit of a problem, even with our increased staffing. So we just want to make sure that customers are aware that they have several options to get hold of us to ask questions like these.
And that's good. I know I was at the launching, and your CEO was explaining that you're also looking at many of the new housing communities because you're seeing housing communities popping up, and people want that speed for folks moving in on the East Bank and the East Coast of Demerara. What can you say to them now, those new applicants who are thinking about applying for this GTT Fibre service?
So you're right. we had a little bit of setback with COVID, just like everybody else. Things took longer to get here, but our commitment is still the same. We've committed that before the end of this year, we'll have 10,000 new homes that will have access to fiber, and we have every intentions of delivering on it. We will release the names of those areas very soon. I will tell you that one of those major areas is going to come live on within a month. So early October, you'll hear from me announcing the area that we'll be opening up in October, and then there'll be a series of opening ups in November and December, straight into January. So look out for that. I will say this, that we're not going to stop there. Our plan is to at least have 60% of the homes connected or have access to fiber by the end of 2023. And that's what we're commitment to work to get more and more homes access to fiber.
And we have, we have some folks who are watching the live, and they're concerned about whether or not with a new fiber system, if there's a limit, because that is a concern for many people. If they watch too much TV, if they're streaming too much, if in the middle of the month, they'll just see the internet die. Explain that part of us, whether or not it's unlimited.
Sure, and that's a valid question. It is unlimited. What we promise in the ads, 50 megs, 100 megs, 150, in Orson's case, 500 megs, that's the speed. That's the speed at which information can be downloaded. But there is no cap in terms of how much you can use. So stream as much as you want, play as much as you want, go on video chats as much as you want. The data will not be depleted. It's very different from the data that someone would have, say, on a mobile device that you buy a mobile plan. Right? This is unlimited data, but specific speeds of download.
All right, so we've covered fiber there. I know you're talking to us from a pink room. I got a little pink here, and I see a little. You see, Orson got a little bit of pink in that black background. One of the designs there. Pinktober is coming up. The month of October is Pinktober. There's something that GTT has been doing for the past several years, paying attention to cancer awareness, particularly breast cancer. And I know over the years you've raised millions upon millions of dollars, and you've also donated all that money to many of the groups that have been involved in the fight against cancer. Now, because of COVID-19 last year, there was no big march, and we didn't see that walkathon coming out to support. But we did see GTT initiate virtual initiatives and virtual programs, and you were able to still raise the money. And so explain to us what's going to be done. We're in the month of September. Pinktober begins next month. What are some of the plans for Pinktober this year?
So Gordon, very important question. And as you said, Pinktober is a very important initiative of ours, right? We've raised millions and millions of dollars to help fight breast cancer and other cancers, raise awareness about cancers. And we've worked with quite a bit of our corporate partners across the country to help raise these funds, and of course done a lot of grassroots work to raise these funds. So let me just give you some highlights in terms of what we're going to be doing for Pinktober this year. Granted, COVID is real, and so we're not going to be doing the big march with 20,000 people strong on the road. But what we're doing is even more important, right? Which is what we've always been doing. We've actually brought in Pinktober merchandise. So you're going to see Fitbits being sold. You're going to see water bottles, T-shirts, caps, different kinds of items that are Pinktober branded that we're going to be selling to the public in the next couple of days to raise funds for this fight, right? So we're going to be working so people can be able to go to our retail stores and buy these items. They can also go to other retail partners. We're not ready to announce them yet, but we're going to be working with retail partners that have retail presence around the country that are going to be selling these items as well. And so the public can go to these stores and retail locations to buy these items to help us raise funds for the fight against cancer. I spoke a little bit about our corporate partners. We have quite a bit of partners who work with us. They donate cash, they donate time and effort to this fight as well, and they support this initiative from behind the scenes. And we're going to be highlighting these partners in the next couple of days as well. They're a very important aspect of the Pinktober effort. They donate money and time, and then we're also going to be launching at the International Park, right? So we're going to be doing some branding in the National Park. Strange enough, well, not that strange because I go to the National Park as well, but quite a bit of people go to the national park every day, early in the morning, late in the evening to exercise. And so we're going to be doing some branding in the national park to ensure that the awareness is there. So when you go to the national park in the month of October, you're going to be seeing branding there, reminding you about Pinktober and encouraging you to get screened and stuff like that. And then what we do with the money after all of this is to use that money to donate towards education, educating little boys and girls about cancer, even adults and elderly people about cancers, encouraging outreaches across the country, and also doing a lot of screening, funding, putting the money towards screening, to early protection, early detection, I should say, for cancer. So a lot of work that is being done and is going to be done in September, leading up to October, and in October for Pinktober. And again, this is something that we, as a company, dedicate quite a bit of our time to. So not just in September and October, there's a lot of planning that happens all through the year. We have people that are dedicating their time to this fight, not just as a program, but personally. People dedicating their individual, their free time to move this initiative forward, because we have people here as well who are survivors, and they're actually in the front line in terms of dedicating their time towards raising the awareness about cancer. So very, very important initiative for us here at GTT. And we're going to continue to work with the public and our corporate partners to continue raising funds so that we can keep moving forward in terms of beating back this dreaded disease.
And this is a very important initiative because, and I've heard this before at the previous events that you hosted for Pinktober, is that everyone knows someone who was affected by cancer. And so it's important for us to all play our part. And, when those merchandise pieces come out, that everyone plays their part in, contributing toward the initiative. I was hoping that you're going to probably organize a motorcade, an early morning motorcade where people can come out and honk their horns and take a nice drive on a Sunday morning when it's not too busy. But maybe it's something we can look at to really bring awareness. Even though we're fighting one pandemic, there is cancer that is still there, and it's affecting so many people. So it's good to know that GTT will continue embracing the fight against cancer this year. And over the years, as you mentioned, you've worked along with various groups in taking on the fight against cancer. And as you mentioned, that is something you intend to continue doing and working along with other individuals too.
Absolutely. And that initiative starts in earnest in, I want to say, a couple of days. Today is the 8th. So I would say in between 1 to 2 days, definitely before the week is done, we're going to start really ramping things up as far as Pinktober is concerned.
And that's a good thing. So we look forward to that. And now we want to talk a bit about STEM Guyana. We've been hearing a lot about STEM Guyana. We heard there's a big partnership between GTT and STEM Guyana, and how the two agencies will be working together moving forward with those young people who are involved in all those gadgets and gizmos and creating really cool stuff for STEM Guyana.
Yeah, so I will talk briefly on that one. So no surprise, we've been a supporter of STEM Guyana for a number of years now. And we recently signed a 3-year agreement with them, which goes back to our mission and our vision and promises we've made Guyana, which is to innovate for all Guyanese. So we want to start early, or we want to get people started early as well in innovating for all Guyana. The STEM has been doing some great work. Recently, they scored gold, silver, and bronze at the International Youth Robotics Competition in Korea. We're very, very happy and proud of them and happy to support them in this journey. For those of you who don't know what STEM Guyana is, I'll just take a little excerpt that I got from their Facebook page, which says it so eloquently, is that they prepare young people to use their creativity, brilliance, and innovative spirits to create technology solutions for problems in their community. So grounded and so exciting at the same time. So, we absolutely love the work that they're doing, and we are supporting them with our new agreement for the next 3 years at least.
3 years, that's a long time to be supporting them. And of course, it's young people, and they're young people that have been really showing their worth, winning those medals internationally and taking on the stage there. What are some of the other projects that GTT will be looking forward to? I'm seeing a lot of folks in the chat asking about mobile services, how soon they can expect more plans with their mobile services. But before we get to that, I saw a press release coming out of GTT yesterday where you now have these really cool kiosks that can take off the crowd at your stores across the country. So no longer will persons have to go join those long lines. They can go and use their cards at those kiosks, their MasterCard or their Visa card from any of the local commercial banks and pay those bills. They can get a receipt there. And if they don't like paper, they can have the receipt emailed to them. So that's also another great offering coming from GTT. I must say too, I downloaded the GTT. I'm becoming an app person. I don't know why, but I got the GTT WhatsApp billing service. And let me tell you, if you want to play, you forget to pay the bill. That GTT WhatsApp person ensures you know that your bill is coming up soon. So before we get into the other bits, I want to talk a bit about that WhatsApp service. And I don't know if you want to talk about it, Eshwar, about the WhatsApp service that's available now from GTT. And instead of waiting on the post girl to come and slip the bill under the door, or if you might be someone who don't check your email too often, you now have this added option of getting your bill in the palm of your hands like a regular WhatsApp message.
Yeah. So this goes back again to what we said, right? Our mission is, our vision and our promises are aligned around core promises to everyone. And one of our promises is to innovate for all Guyana, not for some, but for all. And that's one of the things that birthed the WhatsApp billing. So what it is simply is everyone, or most persons, I'm sure you know, are using WhatsApp billing, are using WhatsApp for different purposes, right? So why not use a medium that you're already using, right? We're not going to force you to download any app that you're hardly ever going to use. You're using WhatsApp, chances are. So just get your bill on it, right? It comes in a PDF form. It'll ask you, do you want to download your bill now? If you saving on your mobile data and don't want to do it now, fine. When you go home or anywhere else with Wi-Fi, you can click on it, you download your bill, and it's stored on your phone. Every month, it's going to come there before your paper mail, and it's there on your phone. You can store it, you can email it, you can delete it. But the point is, you'll have it conveniently on your phone. You can review all the transactions because it looks just like a GTT bill. It's no different. And sign up is quite easy. You just go on our website. There's one of the scrolling banners. You'll see the WhatsApp logo there. You click on it. All you need to do is give us your information, including the mobile number that you have WhatsApp on. Not any other mobile number. Send us that number. We'll set it up. We'll send you a message saying, hey, your bill is ready. And just press 1 to download. It is as simple as that. Go on the website, sign up for the service with your mobile number, and you get a WhatsApp message from us. That's it.
And I know you would prefer that everyone be on your network, but the good thing is, even if they're on the other network, they can also sign up using this WhatsApp service, so they can pay those GTT bills, from the using this service.
Absolutely. So we know our home customers may have different mobile preference. So the service works on any network. It doesn't have to be GTT. As long as you have a functioning mobile phone with WhatsApp installed and an internet connection at some point, you'll be able to use it.
I want to remind our viewers and listeners too about the MMG service because that's a great service. I've been using it for just over a year now, and I haven't had cause to go and join the lines GTT for a very long time. I know more and more people are using it. And one of the good things you're also seeing, more and more companies are signing up. I see Sivan's Waste Management. They might come late for the garbage, but they're on that MMG service. You can now pay for them to pick up your garbage. And there are a whole list of companies. I'm seeing insurance companies up there. I'm even seeing some landlords popping up on that MMG. So you can't dodge your landlord now. You can pay it via MMG. And insurance companies are also signing up. Here's what I want to find out from you, Orson. If there are companies out there that might be thinking about moving in this direction, whether it's the small shipping companies, we're seeing lots of small businesses popping up. And sometimes you might want to support a small business, but they're located in Linden or they're located in Berbice, and they might have that item that you want. This would be the perfect app where you can make your payments and ensure you have coverage of those payments with the GTT MMG service.
I would even go as far as to say one of the problems we have is keeping up with the demand, right? We have quite a bit of companies, like you said, who are approaching us to to start offering, not just offering MMG in terms of being an agent for MMG, but also being a merchant, right? So we see supermarkets, other companies that are engaged in commerce accepting MMG as a form of payment. And we're also seeing companies who want to pay their employees with MMG, right? Small businesses that we're talking to wanted to pay their employees with MMG because there's a disbursement feature. And so what we're finding, strange enough, is that we're actually trying to ramp up in terms of staffing to be able to handle the demand. So it's something that we've seen happening over the past year or so. But with every passing month, we kind of realizing, and companies are realizing that, well, this COVID thing is not going anywhere anytime soon. And in order for me to keep connecting with my customers, being able to accept payments and being able to engage in commerce, I really need to be able to accept, cashless payments, right? And not necessarily a card. I mean, a card is still cashless, but it's not as mobile as MMG is. And so a phenomenal thing is happening, not just in Guyana, but across the world. We can all agree, but especially here in Guyana, that the adoption of mobile payments is just growing in leaps and bounds. And one of the things that we're busy struggling with, and I know Babita, who's managing MMG, is actively trying to keep up with the demand for the service. And like you said, one of the things that we know for sure is that MMG customers are just amazingly impressed with the service that they get from the solution. And that's one of the reasons why it's growing so rapidly, because people are actively spreading the good news that, wow, like I've tried this thing yesterday, I've signed up. The sign up process is pretty seamless. It's so easy. There are over 300 agents around the country that they can go and put money in my mobile wallet. I can move money from the bank to the mobile wallet. I can go to the GTT store and put money in my mobile wallet, and from there I can pay people. I can top up my mobile phone. I can do all of these things with MMG. So really, really phenomenal solution that we have here with MMG. Customers are absolutely impressed with the solution. And I would encourage for those people who are still on the fence to take a look at MMG and see how much of a game changer it is for you and for us.
And quickly, let's talk about the kiosk. I know I saw a couple of them being set up at the stores. So remind us how easy it is to use that service.
So if I can take a stab at that, well, we know what kiosks are, right? So just think of an ATM machine, so to speak, right? You go to the bank, you go outside, and you can just put in your card, and you can withdraw money, and then you put that on steroids, right? So now you can go to a kiosk, a GTT kiosk. They're mostly located in our stores right now, and you can pay using cash, right? So you can go there and you put in your money, you pay your bills, and very soon we're going to expand the benefits of using the kiosk to provide other solutions. But right now, the most important use case is to pay your bills. So you can just go in there. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to go to a cashier. You can just go straight to a kiosk, and in a couple of seconds, you can pay your bill, get your receipt. Very, very painless and seamless. And we want to encourage customers to take advantage of this solution. One of the things that is actually helping to do is to reduce the time it takes waiting to actually pay a bill, right? Before the kiosk, we actually have 4, 5, 6, sometimes 10 cashiers, but we have hundreds of people coming to the store per day or per hour even to pay their bills. So just think about it for a second, right? You got a human being pulling up the account, moving around. It takes a little bit of time. The kiosk, the steps are pretty straightforward. You just put in your account number, your phone number, you find your account, you put in your money, you get the receipt, and you're out of there. As a matter of fact, when we did our test, and Esra can probably keep me honest here, but I think the timing to pay a bill once you get up to the kiosk is probably around 3 minutes. Probably around 3 minutes. Now just imagine that, right? So you go up to a cashier, as a human being, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but you go to a kiosk and you're in and out of there in 3 minutes. That's pretty impressive. So you want to encourage people to, as you think about the value of your time, that you consider actually using a kiosk pay your bill as opposed to staying in the line and waiting to speak to a cashier.
And Eshwar, I want to come back to you quickly because I have some folks asking whether or not GTT has forgotten about the DSL users. So I know the launching, you said that DSL users are also going to see some benefit for those areas that they may not be able to upgrade as yet to the Blaze
Right.
service. What's happening with those DSL customers that you can tell us about?
Right. So you're right, and we get that concern a lot. So we didn't leave out the DSL customers this time. All right, and forgive me if we did in the past. What we did was this: we've looked at our entire network of DSL customers, and we looked at those who can get qualified to upgraded speed. Most of our customers on DSL today, it is copper, but most of them we upgraded to double their speeds, at least double their speeds than they're getting today. For the smaller percentage that we could not upgrade your speeds, what we will be doing is reducing your cost, right? So now we're going to put everybody aligned so that you either get a speed upgrade, you get a price decrease. In some cases, some customers, depending on where they fell in terms of their current plan, actually saw both, right? A speed increase and a lower price. What we're doing is doing it in phases because it takes time to get from area to area. It's not quite like fiber where you can just flip a switch sometimes and it happens. DSL is quite different. So we're doing it area by area. The good thing is we've already started a few months ago. Today, we've already migrated about a third of those DSL customers. We'll be working from right now to the end of this year to get the remaining 2/3 of those DSL customers onto the new packages, where they either see a dramatic improvement in the speeds at least twice, or they see a price reduction. Now, because it's phased and we're doing it by area, not everyone gets affected at the same time. So we will be communicating directly via email and SMS to each of those customers to let them know when their service has been impacted, what the new speed is, what the new rate is. So we'll be in touch with them one-on-one. But just so you know, 1/3 of our entire base has already moved over to the new arrangement, and we're still working on the others as we speak.
And we have some folks asking quickly whether or not these Plume pods can work with DSL.
The truth is we have rolled it out particularly for fiber. I think because we understand that the higher broadband needs of fiber and the speeds, of course. Look out for further updates. We are looking at it, but before I do say it is, I want to make sure that our team internally tests it off, give the stamp of approval, and then we will start offering it. At this point, it's available for the GTT Fibre customers only.
I want to remind folks again, if you haven't gotten it already, you have the GTT Blaze Now Fiber system, call GTT up and find out about the Plume pods. They're really great. You can plug them around your house. And the good thing about them is that you unplug one and the system automatically connects to the other one that's available in the building. So I was able to unplug this one and it automatically connected to another one that's in the building. And that's a good thing about these. You will ensure that seamless internet service being provided. So call up your GTT representative, ask them about the Plume pod, the little silver box. I think the first one is free, right? And then
That's
there's a
right.
cost attached to the other one. So if you're living in a big fancy house with 7, 8 rooms, this is the exact thing you might need. Or if you're living in a house where you have lots of children and everyone is doing their online classes and little Tommy's in the back room and Sarah's in the front room, you definitely need one of these. So as we get ready to wrap up, anything in parting that your customers might want to know about?
So sure. So thanks, Orson. So just want to reiterate, awesome new service, GTT Fibre, amazing speeds of 50 megs to 150 megs in your home, unlimited, as the question was asked earlier. So there's no cap on how much data you can use. And I will say that for those who are on the fence, now is the time to come on. We've also changed out some of the on-premise equipment that you get. So it offers a better Wi-Fi as well. You still have the Plume option if you want even further enhancements on reach and Wi-Fi. And to encourage you to come on, we're also offering free installation from now until Wednesday next week. So now is the time to apply if you're thinking about joining on to GTT Fibre.
And Orson, anything from you before we leave?
Yes. One thing that I wanted to make sure that we cover is, based on the question that you asked earlier about DSL customers, we do have business customers that are on DSL. And in the coming days, what we're going to be doing, those customers that are on DSL, that are in fiber areas, we're going to be migrating those customers onto fiber. So we're going to be moving them from DSL to fiber, and we're doing that free of charge. So what's going to happen is these customers are going to experience higher speeds, significantly more, much better reliability as far as internet connectivity is concerned, and importantly, we'll keep them paying the same price that they're paying right now on DSL. So I want to say that again. In a couple of days, definitely before the month is done, we're going to be moving customers who are DSL customers, business customers who are in fiber areas, meaning they're eligible for this fiber, moving them to the fiber solution where they will experience significantly higher speeds, significantly better connectivity, and they'll continue to pay the same rate they're paying today for their DSL service. Right? So this is a big announcement that we want to make sure that our business customers who are on DSL today are aware of. And of course, we're breaking it on your show here, Gordon.
Good information.
Long time coming.
But beyond that,
Long time coming.
Yeah, continue.
yeah, but beyond that too, I just want to reiterate again that for our business customers who are already on fiber, they should be seeing increased speeds, right? They should be seeing increased speeds and lower prices for the fiber solution. So again, this is us keeping our promise to reliably connect our customers, and especially in this case, our business customers.
And it's good information as usual for the business customers who are connected to GTT, and of course to those home customers too, those domestic customers. Ask about the. I'm pushing the box because this is really cool. Ask about this a lot. You ain't gotta buy 5 and 6. Do like me. Move them around as you move around the house, so you'll always get that good internet connection. But go to the website gtt.co.gy for more information on the fiber service being offered from GTT. It makes it so much easier for you to stream those movies, stream the internet. For those of you who might have to be on those long classes, I know lots of university students are in online classes, whether locally or internationally, and this would be ideal for you also. So find out about the upgrades available through GTT. They're coming to a number of areas. Find out about that also. I can give a whisper. Those persons who live in the Providence Phase 2 area, I saw a big GTT box going up, and they might have some extra spaces available. So if you live along that Red Road area, that Massey Road as we call it, you might want to call GTT and ask them about a GTT Fibre in that particular area, because I understand they have a few slots available for people in the area who might want that GTT Fibre system. I want to encourage you to check your bills using the GTT WhatsApp. Go to the website gtt.co.gy. You can also download that and get your bills directly to the palm of your hands. We're also encouraging you to try the MMG service. You'll be happy you did. You can pay all those bills from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go outside. And of course, the government instituted those new regulations with regard to vaccination. And so GTT, like other companies, they have to follow those regulations. And so they're encouraging you to, use MMG to do a lot of your payments online to avoid any confusion, any long lines. Do your payments online with GTT. So we were talking today with Urson Ferguson and Eshwata Curden about all the plans coming from GTT. Of course, you're going to hear more about them as we move forward. Of course, as we get closer to October, you're going to hear more about the Pinktober initiatives and what GTT is going to be rolling out this year as part of that initiative. Look for the merchandise pieces that are coming out pretty soon. Purchase those pieces and play your part in fighting cancer across Guyana. Of course, they're also encouraging you to stay safe, put on those face masks, keep sanitizing as you head out there, use those kiosks to make your payments quickly, and just stay safe and have a pleasant rest of the day and week. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here with us. And remember, GTT Fibre is what's going now, and we want to encourage people to sign up for that too. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say. But now that it's here, it will change life forever, and it is here to stay. The future is now, transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fibre. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fibre is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.